Okay, so I've finished mixing all the vegetables, and that's what it looks like when it's good and thoroughly mixed. The vegetables that I have my boys on, it's mostly cabbage, obviously with about 10 pounds of cabbage in there, and then probably about maybe 10, probably not even that, maybe like 7 pounds of everything else. So it's predominantly cabbage, but that's fine. The cabbage, along with all the other vegetables in here, has a lot of water in it. So when I switched my boys over to the raw food diet from kibble, they actually just about stopped drinking water entirely. Occasionally they'll drink some water if we've been running around a lot, but for the most part they don't drink water anymore, but they still, you know, go to the bathroom like normal. So yeah, so the vegetables are really good for them. Now how I do the separation is I actually use Tupperware. This small container is, let's see, it's a 3.75 cup container, and this big one here is 7 cups. So obviously the big one's for my Great Dane and the little one's for my Walker Beagle. And then I just have a regular old kitchen scale. I believe it goes up to 10 pounds maybe. So all I do is I put the container on the scale, then I turn it on so that it starts off at 0. Now my Beagle, he gets 7 ounces of vegetables, and I just use my hands, I scoop it up, and then I put veggies in here until it adds up to his 7 ounces. And if you're trying to maybe get your pet's weight under control, it's best to kind of load up on veggies and go a little lighter on, you know, whatever meat you use. My boys get chicken, so my Beagle has a tendency of getting kind of chunky if he eats too much chicken. So what I'll do is I'll lower down the amount of chicken that he gets, and maybe increase his vegetables by an ounce or 2. It's not very much. So we'll do another one here. There you go. And I mean, it's a lot of food. My Beagle gets, like I said, 7 ounces of vegetables, and then he gets 5 ounces of chicken. So, I mean, right there, you know, that's a good amount of food. And he gets it twice a day. So they both eat once in the morning and then once in the evening. There we go. Okay, so I'll just keep doing that for Snoopy, and then I'll go ahead and do one of Perzo's. Again, let me zero it out first. Oops, wrong one. There you go. Again, he's a Great Dane. He recently went through a leg amputation, so he was weighing in at about 140. Now he's down to about 115 or so. And he's a little bit on the lighter side right now, but the vets want me to keep him a little light for now, to keep any kind of extra stress off of his good back leg. So he gets 16 ounces of vegetables, or 1 pound of vegetables, and then I just kind of pat it down a little bit, because then tomorrow I'll actually be doing the chicken for my boys. Let me move that. And the chicken will just go right on top. And then what I do is, once I package up all of their food, my husband and I have a deep freeze that we use to keep all of their food, and we freeze it all. So I'll show you guys that here real quick. Okay, so here's just our literal deep freezer. I don't know what size it is. But inside it's just all of their food. Now currently they still do have some food in here. We got 4 containers of vegetables only for Perzo, 1 container of chicken and vegetables, and 5 containers of chicken and vegetables for Snoopy. And what I do is I just fill it all the way up, however much food I can get in it. And like I said, it'll last them about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks or so. There. And then what I do is, obviously I can't feed them frozen food, so what I do is I have food in here for 3 days, and what I'll do is I rotate it So here goes the one that I just took out of the freezer, and then it rotates this way so that by the time it gets over here, it's already thawed out. It's been in the refrigerator for a day or 2.5 days, and it gives the chicken and vegetables time to thaw out. So yeah, so I have 3 days worth of food in my refrigerator at all times, and then I have a 1.5 to 2 week supply in my deep freezer. So, and you can use any other kind of packaging methods that you want for this. I found this to be the easiest just because if I used Ziploc bags, it would go through an awful lot of bags. These are obviously reusable. You just wash them out and use them again. And I've got a stack over here. This isn't all of them, but I thought it was the easiest way. I had considered trying the food saver bags, but again, you're going to go through a lot of plastic, and it's not exactly cheap to use food saver bags or even Ziploc bags. These containers here I got at Walmart, and I believe you can get the small ones. I think it's 3 or 4 to a pack for like $1.89. And same thing with the bigger containers. I think it's 3 to a pack for $1.89 or something like that. But this is just the method that I chose. Again, I mean, you can use whatever method you want. And obviously, if you have a smaller dog or even a cat, you don't have to make weeks worth of food all at once. You could, you know, make a couple of days worth of food. And then just make, you know, a batch twice a week or so, or whatever, you know, whatever you want to do. Just because the smaller the animal, the less food you have to make, so it doesn't take as long. Now, to cut up all the vegetables, mix it, today it took me about 30 minutes to do all of that. It'll probably take me maybe another 30 minutes or so to separate all of their food and put it in the freezer. And I bought enough food today to do 2 batches of vegetables and enough chicken to do all of their chicken for the 1.5 weeks. So once I finish packaging up this, I still have all of my stuff out sitting over there in the corner, so I'll go ahead and do my second batch of vegetables tonight so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow, because tomorrow I do plan on doing chicken. And then I'll actually show you guys, I'll make another video of me doing the boys' chicken so that you can see what I do and how I do it. And it gets packaged the same way. Obviously the weights are a little bit different for the chicken than the vegetables. But I'll show you guys that in a later video. So yeah, I'll just keep packaging up their vegetables, and then I'll make another batch. And then, yeah, and then I'll put this out there for you guys to see it, and same thing with a video on how I do the chicken. So I will see you guys later.